Hi, 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 hi. Happy Vals, and you are welcome to Bono and Boma. I am Boma, and today is Valentine's. Like, happy Vals to all of you, wherever that you find yourself, whatever that you are doing. Today, I pray that you find love. I want you to be as happy as you can. I watched a movie on Netflix and I saw something very touching. Like, it's going to be my mantra for this month. It says that if you meet the one you love, it may be worth enduring a little change in your life. If you meet the one that you love, it is worth enduring a little change in your life, just because you found the person that you love, and maybe they also make you feel loved. The movie is Love and Lashes. It's just about like like the personality types for love making, say dominant and the submissive. You have the bondage and the rest and all. So I watched movies like this just to also get to know more about my work as a mental health professional. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about self-esteem. Today is Valentine's, and I'm giving you this because it's my love to you. And if I ask you, do you have self-esteem? Like are you a chronic self-esteemer? Like, is it high there on the scale of 1 to 10? Where do you stand? And some of you will say, yes, I have it. But you can never know that you are not even disciplined until you meet a chronic disciplined person, and then you just have to pack your aside and learn. So if you think that you have got self-esteem, let's go through these five key points and let's see where you stand. Remember, on a scale of 1 to 10, keep that score. At the end of this video, you would pair up your initial score and then the end of this video, the score you get for yourself. So number 1 is self-acceptance. Let me just breathe in and out. Self-acceptance in our world today is not accepting. Like, you basically live in a world where nobody wants you to be you. And we are all living like some kind of fairy tale. We are all living a life that is basically fitting a system, not really our individual selves. So basically, if you do not know yourself, it will be very hard for you to accept yourself. So when we talk about self-acceptance, it talks about your lifestyle, your ethics, your values, your way of living, religion, and the things that you spend time doing, and who you truly want to be privately and publicly. So if you know yourself on this level, you now, even though you want to live collectively as everyone, they do not necessarily change your personality or identity. It's more as me talking with you today. Like, I know myself, I have accepted myself, my religion, my convictions, my standards, or my principles. I can communicate with you, I can relate with you without having any fear. Because I always know the right moment and how to keep that friendship or relationship going. It means that I am a human being and I can live just like anyone else by respecting people's rights and people's boundaries. So in essence, self-acceptance is knowing yourself and living to your true self. And it's only by knowing yourself that you can love yourself. And by knowing yourself and loving yourself is the gateway of your ultimate happiness. Knowing yourself, loving yourself, finding ultimate happiness within you is now the law of divine to now give that happiness, that love to other people. If you don't have it here, you can give it there. And all of this will build up that self-esteem. You don't know yourself. How can you build self-esteem? So number 1, do you know yourself? Have you accepted yourself? If you have, do you need validation to really accept yourself? That is the question. Whose validation do you need to accept yourself? Ask yourself this question, and then let me know how important this is for you. Number 2 of knowing if you have a self-esteem is people pleasing. Oh, when we talk of people pleasing, it's real. When you know very well your heart, your soul, your body, your mind, you don't want it. It's an absolute no. But then just because you want someone to like you, you want to make someone happy, you want to get in the good books of people, like you feel you are Father Christmas, or maybe you are the ice cream seller, everyone should really like you. You see, if you are a people pleaser, you would always be looked down on, you always be disrespected, picked on, abused, bullied, especially at work. You'll be the one always doing the most of the work, like, because you want to please people, you want to please your boss, your co-workers, your colleagues, everyone at work. You want to do the eye service so that you can be loved. All of that just invites more burden, more work, more stress, and more pain. Because you see, the more you want to please people, the more you forsake yourself. And why do you forsake yourself? It's because you want validation from other people. That is all of it. You go out of your comfort zone to get this validation because you want your name to be in the lips of other people. Especially if you're in a relationship, you are the ones that suffer the most. Because you are happy, you are not happy, you are quiet. The person is crossing your boundaries, you are quiet. The person is not loving you the way you should be loved, you are quiet. It's almost like you are compensating or overcompensating for this person to love you. It's almost like they are doing you a favor, you are in their life, right? And at the end of the day, you just are taken for granted because you continually please and please and please, and then there's a saying that familiarity breeds contempt. The more you do this out of your own way, it doesn't simply mean that you love them. It means that you want validation. And when people get to know, they'll take advantage of you. So how is your self-esteem? How do you rate your self-esteem after knowing that the moment you say yes when you want to say no, it's not a good self-esteem mark? What do you think about it? Because you utterly feel guilty for saying no, like you're shy, like you want to attend to people's needs and ignoring your needs so that they would say, oh yeah, she's mother of love, he's father of love, he can do everything, just let him do it. It is not getting you anywhere. This month of February, like this Valentine, please stop pleasing people and start to please yourself. This is what we call the self-love journey. Yes. Number 3 is you do not care for yourself, your health, your relationship, your passion, your dreams, your physical appearances. Like anything that is mainly about your identity, you don't care. Like I first spoke about self-acceptance, your religion, your finances, your lifestyle, your ethics, your values, your morals. All of these things are what makes you you. And when you have a low self-esteem, you pay little to no attention to these important traits about your life. And anytime I see someone with a low self-esteem, it's not about them speaking. Their appearance normally just sell them out. Because you see, people with low self-esteem do not put out their best in anything that they do. They do not put up their best. They do the bare minimum, or they just receive the bare minimum. Like they literally do not really stand up for themselves, or maybe they don't know. So that's why I'm teaching you that self-esteem means that taking very critical look at the things that you love and caring for yourself, caring for your health, diet, whether exercise, eating well, sleeping well, detoxifying yourself on social media and things that you watch, your relationships. You have to choose your friendships. You have to choose your relationships as well, and your loved ones. People who bring you good energy and positive vibes are the people you should spend your time with. I don't care who these people are to you if they are not giving you the best of life. Say happiness, laughter, joy, a sense of belonging. No, you don't need them. Like, you are better off without them. You need to choose yourself in all of this that I'm telling you, and pay close attention to your physical appearance, whether a man or a woman. It does not even matter, because the more you appear nice, beautiful, handsome, well-kept, neat, the more people take you serious. And the more you have some categories of people in your life, that would also raise your status in life. But if you're looking somehow and you're not really giving that vibe, as in, I'm happy with myself, I am confident, I have a high self-esteem, you see, your energy would rather dilate, and so people will not really want to spend time with you, and at the end of the day you would isolate yourself. You'd feel very lonely, even though loneliness is not a crime or it's not sickness, but an extreme loneliness can lead to depression. You fight for your interest, for your dreams, for your love, for things that you think you are passionate about. People with high self-esteem chase these dreams. And I would say, for example, how long it took for me to be a mental health professional. It's a dream come true for me, and I live in this dream. I'm a very happy person, and I always want to bring hope and happiness to other people. Number 4 of how to know if you do not have a good self-esteem: negative comparison. Like we have what we call the upward and downward comparison. Okay, so the upward comparison is more like you comparing yourself to people you are doing better than, right? And the downward comparison is you comparing yourself to people who are doing better than you. And a lot of times you get the downward comparison. Hey, this person is doing well than me, her job pays her better, she has a car, lives in a nice apartment, earns better, wear nicer clothes, she's married, have kids, she's abroad. You see, all of those are just extreme physicalities, like material stuff. We don't really compare ourselves to our emotional health, to our psychological health, to our rate of happiness, to how proud can proud be scaled. If it can, from 1 to 10, how proud are you of yourself? If you can tell me that you are truly proud of yourself, I think that is what you need every day to get going. And this will build up the atmosphere for you to thrive on. But it is more about physical things, material things, things that I can see, you know. There's a saying that happiness is not what the eye can see. It's actually the feeling and the emotion. And these are the powerful, powerful key things human beings should have. Your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts. Like, these are the things that make you healthy. Because if your thoughts are skewed, if you have negative thoughts, you are going to be a negative person. And that is why you are able to compare yourself downward to people you just think are doing better than you, when in essence, they are not. Right? So stop comparing yourself to others. When you do that, it means you don't have a good self-esteem. And you need to stop comparing yourself, because they say comparison is the thief of our joy. And it is true. Very, very true. I mean, in clinical practice, it has taught me not to be judgmental. That what I see is not what it is in reality. See, I have met people who I thought had everything, but they come and they share their challenge, their very personal challenges. And you're like, wow, you have just been judgmental for no reason. And I learned not to base my judgment on the things I see. It is deception. Don't. And that is what the devil uses to deceive us. What our eyes can see. And that was the test he gave Jesus. Like, look at the whole wide world. I can give it to you. The car, the range, the house, the money, the blings. You see, because we think those are the things that give us happiness. But in essence, it is our emotional and psychological health. The strength, like the autonomy to really be happy and proud of ourselves, whether we have it or not. So number 5 is self-doubt. You don't believe in your decisions. You always want to ask someone's opinion. For example, at lunch, you wanted to eat rice. Someone says, no, today I'm taking gobe. And you go like, yes, I'm taking beans and plantain. This is just a literal example of low self-esteem. And when you do this by not really trusting in your own opinions, you just give up your life for people to control. You have less control of anything at all you do in life. And then you become powerless in fixing your own damn problems. Like, you are always waiting for people to come in and do this. Like, you literally just like waste your own time to really make a decision. I have met people like that, and it's not because they didn't have good decisions. They didn't just trust themselves. Like, they have self-doubt about who they are, and they doubt that if the decision they're taking is right. That is a literally low self-esteem person, because in essence, even as children, we were taught to take a first step. When you fall and you keep taking up the step, you learn to walk. If our parents didn't trust us and they said, oh, if I leave my child to walk, he will fall or she'll fall, right? Then how do you learn from your mistakes? You see, so you need to practice your own decisions and make the mistakes. You know, it would still make sense to you one day. At least you will learn to trust yourself. So these are the 5 main key points of low self-esteem. Now rate your score from the beginning to now. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? And I would like you to know that self-esteem is a learning process. Like, we are not really there most of the times. The more you build on your innermost strengths and leverage on these strengths, the more you will trust in yourself and have a higher self-esteem as the days goes by. But if it's more about just listening to people, you know, having low self-doubt and not knowing what to do with your life and not having time for yourself, we don't want that in this 2024. Like, for this Vals, have a self-love. And I'm going to read something to you. It's very unique. I love this, and I want to read it to you because today, as Valentine's Day, it is my personal mantra. It says, self-love. Be brave enough to take off the mask you wear out there and get to know who you are beneath. Be vulnerable enough to accept your flaws and know that they are what makes you human. They are what makes you a real person. Be confident enough to accept and to cherish your strengths and weaknesses. Learn to leverage on your strengths. Don't minimize your strengths or hide them. They are what makes you. And it goes further to say, they are beautiful gifts to share with the world. Be brave enough to say, you know what? All of this is who I am. I make so many mistakes. I can be forgetful sometimes. Me, I can be messy. Me, I can be nasty. Me, I can be petty. Me, I can be delusional. But I am doing the best with what I've got. And I am so proud of that. I am so proud of me. And I am so proud of who I am becoming. This is by Nikki Banas. I don't know who she is, but she's beautiful for writing this. So bye. If you like this video, share it, like, comment. Since when did you arrive at your self-esteem? You're welcome. Thank you too. Bye and take care.